Horus back with another episode of the Roman Republic in Rome 2 Total War. And this will probably be the last one on this computer. Next time that I do this one, or record, it will most likely be the new computer. It may be a while. I won't be around the next weekend, so don't expect anything new. As a result, this may be a little longer than normal. Last time ended up, oddly enough, not being quite as long as I thought it was going to be. Probably set up for a major battle over here by Kardadasht, though it looks like right now the enemy is simply going to sit outside of the city with its apparently armies. Like, it's got the Will of Yam, which is an actual fleet, but then the rest of these are all, well, and the Wayfarers. But these two stacks are armies, and that one's a pretty full army. Under another Hannibal. Not sure, just generic Hannibal, I guess. Calchas, Mitun, and Asdrubal. Good for them. Alright, last time we, of course, defeated the legendary Hannibal Barca at the city of Cordoba. As a result, Lentulus is now my favorite general ever. We will ultimately want to take Numantia, so once I get public order straightened out in this city, which may be a couple turns, I'm going to march with Lentulus up to Numantia. I doubt they have a full army over there to assist in defending the place, so I should easily be able to take it. Once that's the case, I'm going to try to see if I can sue for peace. I may have to break these armies before that happens, but I will have forced them back to North Africa, and then I can start consolidating what we've won in this Punic War, which was a little more difficult than I expected starting off because of the stalling out, but a whole lot of fun. So, we're going to start. Most likely in the interim we will end our alliance, or end our treaties with Massilia and get them to really hate us so we can conquer them. I thought about just straight up betraying them, but that will probably make everybody else go to war with me, especially on hard. I'm not sure I'm quite capable of doing that at the moment. Ultimately, I'm pretty sure we could pull off a victory, but we will lose a lot, and the campaign would slog out, which isn't fun to watch and isn't fun to play. Massilia is still doing its thing there. That will probably be my biggest issue, is dealing with the large stacks randomly running around in my land. I will probably have to create another legion over in Italia, or now that's pretty much all I can do.
My lord expects that you will find it prudent to add a small, almost trifling sum to his treasury.
They don't have any territory I want, so I'm going to see if they want. Alright.
I will speak the hardest word for a warrior. Peace. It is an honorable offer, made to an honorable foe.
Well, at least they think we're honorable, and we'll be able to come to a peace treaty with them, so that's what I'm going to do. Again, they don't have any territory I actually wanted at the moment. Eventually, we will conquer North Africa, but not for a while yet.
Perhaps, and I ask with all due respect for your august self, you could let us have some money.
Why would I do that? Pergamum and Pontus. It's a non-aggression treaty. I'm not going to pay them money for it, so... And ultimately, I'm unconcerned with that part of the world at the moment. Eventually, we'll worry about it, but not yet. Kardadasht is a Roman city. for the most part. Good for us. So that's gonna do wonders for public order. We will get a shrine to Jupiter in this city. And fishmonger, auxiliary barracks, exhilarating barracks. And gladiator school. We're just gonna upgrade everything in that city, make it nice and happy. Meanwhile here, nothing new. It should build up pretty fast, I think. And by the looks of it, I may get rid of the Iberian slingers, my Balearics anyway. I think I might. And judging by this roster, I'm gonna go ahead. I know they're a missile unit, but I would much rather have the Iberian swordsman. At least for the time being. We don't have good cav yet, but eventually I'll get rid of the Scutatoi. Scutatoi? Really? What am I, Greek? Scutari Cavalry. Apparently. I've been playing more of the DLC for Attila than I thought. But anyway. Scapula. The war's nearly over, but you finally made it to Iberia. Good for you. I'll get her to counter spy. Oh, look at that. And they got some noble fighters. Those are mean. Yeah, we don't have anybody in that city, so we can't really leave it. I wouldn't want to anyway. So, next turn. I see what you're doing there, Libya.
My people do not like luxury, but money is needed. I ask humbly that you give us some small amount.
Yeah, they just want money. I'm not doing that. Cordoba and Kardasht. Good, good, good. Respectful, got that going on. Good for me. I'm going to upgrade that. It is an awful lot of forces, but I think I can do without it. I'm not sure they can actually come across the straits, and I'm going to assume they can't. It is spring, so we're going to begin our second campaign in Iberia with Lentulus. We're marching all the way up, and I thought about putting him in forced march, but it'd be my luck. There actually is a stack up there, and they would ambush me. I'd prefer not to lose more men than I need to. Yeah, more of these. this going? Yeah, she's given +2 to public order, so we'll hold on to her. Cursor and Metellus. Could actually unite our houses. Drusus is he is based at Dominium. Might be a good idea to have him, though the Julii are out of favor at the moment. He is dishonest, so maybe not. The Admiral at Gadira. Do a marriage. There. That'll unite the Junii and the Cornelii, hopefully. And less likely they might try to do something.
We must have peace. This senseless war.
Not yet. Don't worry. I'll extort you in a minute. Last time we saw Cameria became an empire in the east, or at least was one of the empires in the east, so I'm a little concerned about them. We'll see if eventually we need to unite the west against them. It is a possibility. So. Advanced construction techniques, finally. Now we can get even bigger cities. Cordoba and Cardedasht. Italia is ready to have a new building slot. Could go for Municipium at Cardedasht, but not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I feel like common currency would be a good idea. Surprisingly, it looks like that might be a problem with public order there.
On the move. Ready for further orders. I'm afraid we cannot.
Well, luckily, yeah, Numantia just has a large garrison, it looks like. Yep, 3 Carthaginian hoplites are going to cause me some problem. But not too much. I think we can still auto-resolve that, no problem, really. Which will be good. Oh, apparently Rome can build up. Good for it. We will do that and that. Does that give me food? Yep. So, Neapolis also. We'll build up the center of our empire. Next turn, we should be capable of getting to Numantia and taking it over, which would be nice. Averni, for some reason, always tend to become a large power. I've never really seen them create an expansive, defensible empire, but they spread out like nobody's business. Apparently in this campaign they're doing the same thing. So it looks like the war against against Carthage.
As
Okay.
all the gods look down on us, they too must wonder why we are not firmer allies and friends.
Yeah, sure. It'll irritate the Seleucids, but maybe, just maybe, I can get a friend across the Aegean. Shrine of Jupiter. Okay.
Ready for battle.
Lentulus,
We take this settlement for Rome.
do your thing. I would admit that would hurt. And we're just going to occupy.
Ready for orders.
And I'm feeling a farming settlement at Numantia. We're gonna make this a bread basket. Relatively speaking, of course.
We hunt.
Good, good, good.
My skills are yours.
Alright, now that the war is officially decided, can we get peace with them?
Do get to the point. Your appearance and order offends me.
Right.
I will have to sacrifice much to remove the taint of this agreement. In time, two things always smell: fish and uninvited guests. Speak quickly then, before I lose interest in my breakfast.
Apparently, I can extort the business out of Libya for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why, but I'm gonna do it.
I am in truth.
And we're no longer at war, and we made up all of our money that we spent this turn. That's hilarious. Cool. We're gonna do... yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna build up now, and then we'll go back to war. And, of course, we're going to turn our attention, unless somebody else decides to make the choice for us, against Massilia. And we will unite our republic from Iberia to Sicily. The northwestern Mediterranean will be ours. That's the hope, anyway. trade with Bergamon anymore. Aroma. In good shape. I know, Baetica doesn't like me right now. And we're going with latrines, because we want the heroic building here of the Cloaca Maxima, which we should be capable of getting, no problem. That'll do. Alright, so that's going to be up and pretty. We will work on Cisalpine Gaul next. And we're just going to roll the imperial coffers over until all of our provinces are up and good to go. Because that seems to work the best. I do really miss the pretty cities in Rome. They're just neat looking. Oop, I better do something about that though. Dang, so actually, can I get somebody to wanna trade with me?
Greetings. We are civilized folk.
I always try them and it never ever works. Pontus, here we go.
I give you welcome. Let Zeus and all the gods smile upon our meeting, so that all may profit. I must accept.
And we'll go back over here. And we're gonna do... Actually, we're just gonna keep doing that. We'll get farms and stuff in Numantia. That'll be a very farm-oriented place.
We live for battle. We dream of it. We relish it as others do a fat goose. And you look plump.
Well, that just happened. Huh. Okay, well, we will see if we can get the Massilians to assist us in this war. If nothing else, because they'll have to come through them to get to us. I really hope. On the plus side, this means big battles. I'm gonna have to march my legions together, which means I need to vacate them from the cities, which I should be capable of doing. I think I can have the legions roll up the Iberian Peninsula. That's surprising, though. The Averni randomly declare war on me. No allies, they just want expansion. Well, time to extort the Gauls. Wow. They didn't waste time.
Ready for battle. You will march to your victory.
We could actually go over here, I think. Let's do that. See if we can get their attention. Alright, so much for our plans, since we're now in a war again. This place is very happy. Could I move a legion out? Preferably our Julii member. Yep, I could. So that's what we're doing. Force march. And over here, we will centrally locate our army at Medlan, defending, and I think that's all we can do at the moment. I would have struck out with Lentulus at Numantia, but I think I'm gonna wait on that. I see. I see. Well, unfortunately, I now have a garrison in that city, so it's less likely they could possibly take it if they decide to randomly declare war on me soon. But I have a feeling they're responsible for the offense with the Averni. I think they may have paid them to go to war with me, showing them that it would be in their best interest. That makes some sense. Cool. Seasonal conditions, construction and repair, Numantia. Now that it's a Roman city, we got Principes in there. That's it. Well, that sounds like fun, but we're going to upgrade this city. Well, it doesn't look like it gives me much more except growth, but whatever. And actually, the whole province is in decent shape, so we'll hold off on that. Never mind.
We hunger for battle.
We will besiege the city
None will escape.
of Ibora.
We take this settlement for Rome. Laying siege to the settlement.
And here we shall
Commander, is that all? At once. Surprise.
we shall ambush and hope that it works. Meanwhile, with the rest of these funds, we're going to go back over here. Get Batavium looking awesome. And we'll take Drusus and force march him to Batavium. Past all of the victory sites over here, major battle locations. Well, luckily we didn't end our position with Massilia, so we may be alright as far as this war goes. I'm not exactly sure what the Averni were thinking. Then again, I haven't really fought any of their armies yet, and by the looks of it, Carthage is taking advantage of the situation, which I don't like. So I may have to quickly raise another legion at Carthage to make a Hispanic legion. Nice. Unfortunately, not very useful. nice probing force.
Advance.
We'll see what that does, if anything. Rome looks good. Marcomanni are gone. Cool.
At your command.
Take us up though. Yeah, there it is. Oh, and that one we can ambush. Time for an ambush. That attack not gonna help me? No. Well. Here's our battle. Maybe the only one we have, but Sons of Brennus will die. He's a very experienced general. Knows all those stars. That's surprising. Sons of Brennus have relatively low tier units though. And judging by the size of this empire, I'd say they got some pretty experienced generals and armies lying around somewhere. This must have been an initial army they get. That's what it looks like to me. They do have some gold chevron skirmishers, but that shouldn't matter at all. My cavalry are just going to nail those guys, and my infantry are going to hack into their spears before they can do anything about my cavalry. I'm probably not even going to have my ballistae fire. It's just too much possibility of causing friendly fire, so that's just going to have to be that way. Well, that's an interesting formation computer, but I don't know if I actually want that to be the case. Okay. Ew, however, it does kind of look like it might have to be. Just because... Oh wait, nope, never mind, forgot, I can see the enemy. Okay, better. Better location. Actually, no, I want them separate. I'll have these guys come from the other direction. Like somehow they marched right past the ballistae. I have no idea how. I'm not gonna fire at will there, I'm just gonna have them back behind. We're gonna have the skirmishers skirmish. And I will have everyone else run at the enemy. And I'm putting them on their out of formation attack because we're heavily offensive in this battle and we want it over fast. Staying infantry, same thing. And yeah, that's it. So always happens so dang fast. It's ridiculous.
Engage! Commander, to be forward!
the enemy. Hit the general. Oh yeah.
Our general is under attack.
Yeah, there's just way out of this that's good for them. We'll ultimately crush them, that's for sure. Yeah, that'll work. You guys after them. You guys after them. You guys circle around because you're the general. It's gonna cause horrendous casualties, but I really want that general dead. It's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, he's hacking through my guys right now. Probably should have just kept them in Testudo. They do better defensively anyway, but yeah, that unit is getting wrecked. That's not so good. So I may lose a unit of Triari. No matter.
The men are wavering.
Well, I bet they are. They just decided to get involved with Chosen, or Oathsworn. Hello. I got some feats of valor happening, apparently.
Our men flee field of battle.
Yeah, I figured.
This is a shameful display.
Ain't gonna do them any good, though. That's for sure. Alright, really need to pay attention to this, because we're about to totally annihilate them.
The enemy general is dead.
Oh yeah, that did it. Not bad. Alright, you guys.
Hold formation.
Do your thing.
Charge! For glory! Commander! To the charge! Ready! For glory!
Alright, we gotta defeat them. Completely annihilate this army. Anybody we got that's hanging out, we need to crush. Should be easy enough. Levy Freeman, please get creamed. Somehow, by raising his spear, he completely blew that person's chest open. I don't know exactly how that's possible, but I want that spear. It's a terrifying spear, that's for sure. Okay, you guys are doing well. How are these guys doing?
Now can we stand up and say we fought to the last?
Right. These guys are running after him. That should be easy enough. I'm surprised they hadn't already catched up. Caught up. Catched up, really. As we previously discussed in other episodes, I can't talk. I can't talk good. So, there's the slaughter ground. Those guys did really well, surprisingly. These Celtic warriors need to be gone. Got some Ostati here. Brinkabes. Hit. They're like, oh, bad direction. It went back towards the bodies. Don't go back towards the bodies. It looks to me like we're still going to have a few survive this battle. That's pretty unfortunate, really, but no. Good enough. Maybe I'll be surprised. They do have 414 left, it says. Mostly in the form of a single skirmishing unit. So, I will hunt it down and destroy it. Probably bringing in the garrison from the city. I could night battle, but I have a feeling I really won't mind getting rid of that garrison. I did lose what looks like an entire unit of Triari. It's a shame. But ultimately that happens in war. I'll replace it with a unit of mercenaries, most likely, at least for the short term. Experienced general. It was good to get rid of it.
Is that all?
Oh well.
Ready for orders.
Huh, surprisingly, it kept him. Probably not for much longer, though. Okay, Indomitable Legionaries, because that'll be useful. Enables night battles, chance of successful ambush. Always useful. Okay.
Kill them all! Make haste.
That happens in Rome. Not much I can do about
We
it.
hunger. At your command.
Cool. There we go. we've just split a portion of the Gallic Empire, which is good. I think I will keep that, but I'm gonna get rid of that. And as much fun as it would be to have a rebellion in this land and see the Lusitani come back, I'm just gonna assault. Could have looted, I know. But, okay, that'll give me some extra there. I have a general here. For the moment, we're going to keep these military colonia. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Cool. We do have mercenary Scutari. They're not spearmen, obviously, but could be useful in a fight. Not as useful as the nobles, but we can afford them. We're gonna do it. And as I said before, new legion. Potitius, Labrio, Strabo, and Rufus. Oh, negative morale would be nice. So we'll raise an army. If nothing else, he will assist in the city if it gets attacked. Armor for all units, that is useful for Master Armorer. Oh yeah, look at that. Auxiliary Cavalry, Scutari Cav, Iberian Cav. That's not bad at all. Nope, looks like 2 units of Hastati is all I can really do at the moment. That's fine. Alright, I wanted to move these guys over to Genoa. And next season we will march them out, but I have a feeling the war is going to become a little more silent at the moment. We'll see what we can do about it. Well, winters generally have that effect. They're going to consolidate. Understandable. Okay, the Getae are gone. Looks like Athens just went on a frenzy, but anyway. We're probably going to need that at Oraculum right now until we can reconstitute our policies in this war. I am thinking I'm probably just going to make that a civilian center eventually, so we'll hold off on anything fancy. We will, however, hit Elisipo. Since we already have the other city, I'm not going to bother with anything more than this. Ooh, here we go. Shield maker would be nice for the defense, but we're Rome. We're going for blacksmith. And historically speaking, Spain was known for its swordsmiths. In fact, that's where the gladius comes from. Its name was Gladius Hispaniensis, which means it was from Iberia and associated with the Iberian tribes. In the Second Punic War in particular, they used it, and the First Punic War as well, for that matter, against the Romans. I'm gonna go for fishmonger here. We need more. And get rid of that. Get rid of that. Cool. And over here, we will build this up and that up. Because why not? Then with the money we have left, 7th Dialis is getting more Hastati. And we'll hold on to the rest. I think for right now, that should be a good garrison force. You can't really come into the interior without going through me, and I kind of like it that way. We have all the agents we can. Yeah. Okay, so that is... Brigantium is the last Iberian province owned by the Averni. I'm probably going to march the 5th Herculia up to it. No, that's not happening. I wonder if I can actually take advantage of that. I'm gonna try it this turn. This 5th Herculia may become a boss legion if I can get all the upgrades to armor and weapons. That would be crazy. Oh good. Carthage is at war with Massilia. Might be a good time to see if maybe I can get an alliance with them. Although, they're taking attrition, so they're suffering some sort of economic or food shortage. I'm not sure which. Guess we'll find out.
Son of Mars.
deal. Alright. As a matter of fact, I can, so that's going to be awesome. A little bit of wealth. That'll be nice. Right, so before we move out with the Herculia, we're going to wait for that building so we can get our upgrades of the weapons. Which ought to be awesome. As far as Massilia goes, however,
I give you welcome.
Can we get a military alliance?
Let Zeus and all the
Still
gods
no.
smile upon our meeting,
Why?
so that all may profit.
I don't understand. Weird. Whatever. And here comes the Averni. Common currency. Aqueduct and Ebora. Fountains it is. Get our culture going. And a delicatessen. Interesting. Alright, so we've increased our taxation level. Well, +5 from wealth from agriculture, so we're going to keep going up that, and we're going to make bank. And unlock the +5 food, which would be useful, I think.
Commander.
Might be a good idea to see if we can't trigger an ambush.
Ready for further orders. Receive and give. At your command.
Just maybe. Just maybe. I see Arsa has been taken over again by Carthage. So, once again, they have some land in Iberia. We need to get rid of that. Guess that's what I get for leaving their armies intact.
At your command.
Don't like the price that Brinca pays. But anyway. really see too much more I can do. Although it is summer and I said I was going to move Drusus out. So indeed, that's what I'm going to do. Drusus is going towards Vertigala.
We cannot pass here. Advance!
And a forced march across
Your next command.
Massilian lands, which would be good to have. And we're going to see what happens. Ah, come on. That was screwy. They just walked right past me. What was Lentulus doing? I don't understand that. Well, that pretty much cinches it. We'll eliminate that small army. Then we'll have to retreat back into the city so we can protect it. Yep, failed ambush, apparently. Archilum, Lispo, got it. Enjoys the games. I'm sure he does. Yeah, we're just gonna attack. And we're gonna send Lentulus into the city, where he will be reinforced by some Principes and Hastati. Because don't you know, that force is coming after me. That's a Menogorgovia? Okay, this is another unit, along with Oniorix. That's one of the Ugrian ambushers. Wow. Okay, so the guy we're about to fight over here next time is from the mod. And he's got in his force some pretty heavy melee attack infantry. Well, better than the 16 anyway. Versus, say, my Hastati, which are 39. Principes 54. So, they've got good attack infantry. It's going to make it very difficult. But, at the same time, I think it might be necessary. Alright, Ibora is good. That's coming on. Because I don't know what's up ahead, I'm going to nix the...
Ready for further orders.
No, that's not what I want.
Make haste, men. On the move.
There we go. Next turn, or next time, we will probably end up fighting that at some point. They will be dangerous, they will be quite capable, and we'll see some of the mod units. So until then, I'll see you later.